My beloved brothers, when Allah wants to prepare a man for something great, He does not begin by giving him comfort. He begins by breaking him, not to destroy him, but to strip away his pride, his attachments, and his dependence on people. Before Allah raises a man, He empties him, cleanses him, and teaches him to stand with nothing and no one but his Lord. The Prophet ﷺ said that Allah tests those whom He loves most, and some of the strongest men in history were shaped through pain. Dawood alayhi salam was tested before becoming a king. Yusuf alayhi salam tasted betrayal before sitting on the throne. Musa alayhi salam faced fear and exile before leading his people. And our beloved Prophet Muhammad endured loneliness, loss, and rejection before Allah entrusted him with the greatest mission on earth. So if Allah is breaking you today, it may be because He is preparing your heart, strengthening your character, and molding your soul for a role that requires wisdom, patience, humility, and unshakable faith. Your pain is not punishment, it is preparation. Allah breaks pride before He elevates a man. When a man believes he can build his life with his own hands, Allah shows him how weak those hands truly are. Pride whispers, "You did it yourself," and Allah responds by removing the very things a man thought he controlled. Sometimes Allah takes away wealth to show that provision never came from a job. Sometimes He lets relationships slip away to show that hearts are under His command. Sometimes He blocks a path we desperately want, so we learn that guidance and success come only from Him. When the arrogant heart is humbled, it finally becomes capable of gratitude, sincerity, and true faith. Allah does not break a man to humiliate him, He breaks him to purify him. The Quran tells us that Qarun boasted of his riches, saying, "I was given it because of knowledge I had." And Allah destroyed everything he owned to teach him the truth. Provision comes from Allah alone. Pride blinds a man to reality. It makes him worship his talents, his reputation, his strength. So Allah shatters the illusion to save him from falsehood. When everything you relied on collapses, you finally see who was holding you all along. Not money, not people, not your skill, but your Lord. Look at Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu. Before Islam, he was known for his strength, his fiery temper, and his pride. Yet Allah broke his heart with helplessness the day he heard the Quran being recited in his sister's home. Tears fell from the eyes of a man who once felt invincible. It was at that moment when strength turned into surrender that his real power was born. Allah stripped him of arrogance, and through that surrender, He transformed him into one of the greatest leaders in history. Strength is not removed by humility, it is completed by it. When Allah wants to elevate a man, He removes the false pillars he leans on. We often lean on our physical strength, our education, our status, our position among people. And when Allah breaks those supports, we think we are falling. But in reality, He is redirecting us to lean on the only foundation that never collapses: tawakkul. Dependence on Allah is not a weakness. It is the source of unshakable power. What a man builds with ego will collapse. What he builds with sincerity will last beyond his lifetime. The Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam was not raised to leadership by comfort. He was elevated through betrayal, slavery, injustice, and prison. Pride would have made him bitter, angry, and vengeful. Instead, hardship purified him. The man who emerged from the prison was not the same young boy thrown into a well. He had learned patience, restraint, mercy, and forgiveness. Allah did not just free him, He honored him. Allah did not just give him power, He made his character worthy of it. Greatness without humility is a disaster. With humility, it becomes mercy. A proud heart loves praise, but a humbled heart loves Allah. Pride forces a man to chase validation from people. Humility allows him to seek acceptance only from his Lord. Allah breaks pride so a man stops living for applause and starts living for sincerity. A proud man prays so people notice him. A humbled man prays because he knows he cannot live without speaking to his Lord. A proud man gives charity so others call him generous. A humbled man gives because he knows nothing he owns truly belongs to him. Both actions may look the same, but only humility makes them valuable. Sometimes Allah breaks a man by making him fail at something he believed he was perfect at. Not to embarrass him, but to teach him that even mastery is a gift from Allah. A surgeon may lose confidence after a mistake. A scholar may forget his knowledge. A businessman may lose his trade. But many of these men return stronger, wiser, more careful, and more grateful than before. They lead with humility instead of ego. They succeed with gratitude instead of pride. Allah does not ruin their lives. He saves them from themselves. There are men who never learn until life forces them.